you really want to stop fighting, you need to stop supplying weapons. It will be over within a few weeks. That's it.
Vladimir Putin speaking on what it would take to end the war in Ukraine in an in-person interview with Tucker Carlson. The Russian president saying the U.S. should stop supplying weapons to Ukraine and urging President Volodymyr Zelensky to sit down for negotiation. So joining me now to talk about what was really a wide-ranging interview, let's bring in NewsNation media contributor Colby Hall. Colby, great to see you. So first, a two-part question here. Was there anything that surprised you, and what was your biggest takeaway from the interview?
Well, what surprised me was how open and relaxed Vladimir Putin was. I think that's because he knew that he had a partner in the interview who was eager to sort of supplicate himself. I think lapdog is too far to go, but was very favorable to him. And we need to remind ourselves, Vladimir Putin is an alleged he's an accused war criminal. He's singularly responsible for the deaths of hundreds of thousands of individuals in Ukraine, many of whom are children. So I don't blame Tucker Carlson for trying to get this interview. In fact, I sort of laud him for that. Fortune favors the bold. But it was super kind for a guy who's really a big enemy of the United States and a really bad guy. And Tucker Carlson treated him as if he were, just another politician. And so ultimately, my big takeaway was that this was a really missed opportunity.
Well, I wanted to ask you that next. I mean, should Carlson have pushed Putin more? Could he have? I mean, do you think that was part of the reason he was granted the interview?
I reached out to his people to ask, what were the conditions? And shockingly, I didn't get any back. There's the first thing that I sort of thought was that one of the conditions is that the interview had to air and be released unedited, which is why it was 2 hours and 10 minutes, which, by the way, is great news for any editors out there, because it was the singular biggest argument for why video like this should be condensed to concise, what's concise and what's in brevity to get to the nuts. So it was really hard to sit through a full 2 hours. That's longer than feature films. I also believe that, there was a sort of, I don't know if it was an agreement, anyone that's watched Tucker Carlson, especially in his last year or two at Fox News, knew that he was a Putin apologist. He was not afraid to, sort of amplify a lot of Putin's lies. And even in this interview, when Putin claimed that he knew that it was the West, it was the U.S., it was NATO that was responsible for exploding Nord Stream 2 pipeline, Tucker completely took that at face value and agreed with him, even though the U.S. has vigorously disagreed. I don't know who did it, but to just default to what Putin's position on that, I think, is deeply irresponsible and reveals where his heart lies.
And do you think this was a win for the Kremlin?
100%. I think this was a huge, I don't know who's going to sit through 2 hours of, there's a debate term called gish gallop, which basically means you overwhelm your opponent by just talking and coming up with so many absurd claims that you sort of win the debate. And the first question of why did you invade Ukraine got a 30-minute answer from Putin that went to Russian history. I don't know anyone that could sit through that, but he was able to amplify his reasons and sort of confuse people, which I think is, of course, a huge win for the Kremlin and for Putin. And, Tucker didn't get nearly the splash that he wanted, but here we are talking about it because it is news.
Yeah, it's certainly news. All right, Colby Hall, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.